From the point of light within the mind of God, let light stream forth into the minds of men. Let light descend on earth. From the point of love within the heart of God, let love stream forth into the hearts of men. May the Christ return to earth. From the center where the will of God is known, let purpose guide the little wills of men, the purpose which the masters know and serve. From the center which we call the race of men, let the plan of love and light work out, and may it seal the door where evil dwells. Let light and love and power restore the plan on earth. First and foremost, there must be recognition of the fact of God. That central reality can be called by any name that man may choose, according to his mental or emotional bent, racial tradition and heritage, for it cannot be defined or conditioned by names. Human beings, perforce, always use names in order to express that which they sense, feel, and know, both of the phenomenal and also of the intangible. Consciously or unconsciously, all men recognize God transcendent and God immanent. They sense God to be the creator and the inspiration of all that is. The Eastern faiths have ever emphasized God immanent deep within the human heart, nearer than hands and feet, the self, the one, the Atma, smaller than the small, yet all-comprehensive. The Western faiths have presented God transcendent, outside his universe, an onlooker. Today we should have the churches presenting a synthesis of these two ideas, which have been summed up for us in the statement of Sri Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita. Having pervaded this whole universe with a fragment of myself, I remain. The second truth to which all give allegiance, no matter what the faith, is that of man's essential relationship to God. Inherent in the human consciousness, inchoate often and undefined, is a sense of divinity. We are all the children of God. One is our Father, even God, says the Christ, and so say all the world teachers and avatars down the ages. As he is, so are we in this world, is another biblical statement. Closer is he than breathing, nearer than hands and feet, chants the Hindu. Christ in us, the hope of glory, is the triumphant affirmation of St. Paul. The spirit in man is undying. It forever endures, progressing from point to point and stage to stage upon the path of evolution, unfolding steadily and sequentially the divine attributes and aspects. This truth involves necessarily the recognition of two great natural laws, the law of rebirth and the law of cause and effect. The churches in the West have refused officially to recognize the law of rebirth, and have thereby wandered into a theological impasse and into a cul-de-sac from which there is no possible exit. The churches in the East have overemphasized these laws, so that a negative, acquiescent attitude to life and its processes, based on continuously renewed opportunity, controls the people. Christianity has emphasized immortality, but has made eternal happiness dependent upon the acceptance of a theological dogma. Be a true professing Christian and live in a somewhat fatuous heaven, or refuse to be an accepting Christian and go to an impossible hell, a hell growing out of the theology of the Old Testament and its presentation of a God full of hate and jealousy. Both concepts are today repudiated by all sane, sincere, thinking people. No one of any true reasoning power, or with any true belief in a God of love, accepts the heaven of the churchmen or has any desire to go there. Still less do they accept the lake that burneth with fire and brimstone, or the everlasting torture to which a God of love is supposed to condemn all who do not believe in the theological interpretations of the Middle Ages, of the modern fundamentalists, or of the unreasoning churchmen who seek through doctrine, fear, and threat to keep people in line with the obsolete old teaching. The essential truth lies elsewhere. Whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap, is a truth which needs re-emphasizing. In these words, St. Paul phrases for us the ancient and true teaching of the law of cause and effect, called in the Orient the have emphasized and exploited the extraterritoriality of deity and have posited the presence of a God who is creating, sustaining, and creatively active, but at the same time outside his creation, an inscrutable onlooker. This type of transcendent creator must be shown to be false, and this doctrine must be countered by the manifestation of God in man, the hope of glory. There does exist a close relationship between God transcendent, and in him we live and move and have our being, because having pervaded this entire universe with a fragment of himself, he remains. God is immanent in the forms of all created things. The glory which shall be revealed is the expression of that innate divinity in all its attributes and aspects, its qualities and powers, through the medium of humanity. On the fact of God and of man's relation to the divine, on the fact of immortality and of the continuity of divine revelation, and upon the fact of the constant emergence of messengers from the divine center, the New World religion will be based. To these facts must be added man's assured, instinctive knowledge of the existence of the path to God and of his ability to tread it, when the evolutionary process has brought him to the point of a fresh orientation to divinity and to the acceptance of the fact of God transcendent and of God immanent within every form of life. These are the foundational truths upon which the world religion of the future will rest. Its keynote will be divine approach. Draw near to him, and he will draw near to you, is the great injunction. The age-old method of arriving at truth by the process of accepting new authorities and comparing them with previously established doctrines, while of undoubted value in the training of the mind, is gradually being transcended. In its place is emerging in both the religious and philosophical worlds a new capacity to take a more scientific position. Spiritual teaching will be increasingly accepted as an hypothesis to be proved, less by scholasticism, historical foundation, and authority, and more by the results of its effect upon the life lived and its practical usefulness in solving the problems of humanity. May the holy ones whose pupils we aspire to become show us the light we seek, give us the strong aid of their compassion and their wisdom. There is a peace that passeth all understanding. It abides in the hearts of those who live in the eternal. There is a power that maketh all things new. It lives and moves in those who know the self as one. May that peace brood over us, that power uplift us, till we stand where the one initiator is invoked, till we see his star shine forth. May the peace and the blessing of the holy ones pour forth over the worlds. From the point of light within the mind of God, let light stream forth into the minds of men. Let light descend on earth. From the point of love within the heart of God, let love stream forth into the hearts of men. May the Christ return to earth. From the center where the will of God is known, let purpose guide the little wills of men, the purpose which the masters know and serve. From the center which we call the race of men, let the plan of love and light work out, and may it seal the door where evil dwells. Let light and love and power restore the plan on earth.